So that's beautiful.
You know, in life, there are, I would say, a small percentage of people that understands that it has to be more to this than what we know. It has to be more to it than what we know. And when I say what we know is hear, see, smell, taste, touch. It's just that survival part
Yes.
of us. It has to be more to it than what we know. And depending on each individual, that's what your journey is all about. Is try to figure out what's more. It's that calling, so to speak.
Yes.
It's the understanding that it's not just what everybody else is telling you. You have to seek it for yourself. It's not something that could be taught. It's something that has to be experienced
Yes.
through every last one of us. And everybody have different experiences as they go through this journey. So, but it's always something more to what you know. Once again, it could be just something as simple as survival. It's something more to that than just survival. Us being humans, it's more to it. It's a higher level of it. I mean, just you can be comfortable as an animal. An animal is just worried about survival. You know, if he get good food and he gets a little bit of shelter, he's fine. We want more than that. We want more than that. You know, so it's more to that than just survival for us. Life is not just you just waking up and you're just doing the same routine every day. It's more to that. There's a lot more to that. So I think as much as you can, get yourself in a place of maybe just quieting the mind, as we were saying. Meditation has always been a really good one for me. Doing yoga, anything that you can separate yourself from that outside noise and just be one with self is always a good thing. It helps you ascend. It opens your perception to different things in life more than what you already know.
Yes.
Because you're constantly growing no matter what. There's no sitting down. It's the ocean of emotion. Everything has to constantly move. So that's the way that I see life. That's the way that you're supposed to be in life. Is always constantly growing. We were talking about earlier how when a snake sheds its layer, it takes that skin off, and now he's moving on and he's developing more. So that's how we're supposed to be. You're supposed to let that skin go and then progress and get more and move forward and learn more. You're constantly learning more. That's what evolution is all about.
Well said.
So is there anything that maybe you want to chime in on that, or how you feel about it?
I said
Yeah, you good?
Yes.
And you?
So yeah, I mean, Reiki. I mean, it sounds like life is gonna keep on going.
Yeah.
You better jump on board with it.
Thank you.
And it's joyous. It's joyous. It's a great experience. I wouldn't trade living or being a human for anything else. I've thought about being an elephant at times, or a lion, or another animal. But at the end of it, I said, you know what? I like being a human.
Now, was there any time in your particular journey that you start to be more aware of your spiritual awakening, if that makes sense to you?
Last year.
So you've been roughly somewhat conscious of it
I was
in a year.
conscious of it my entire life, but it became real to me last year. And when it became real, like literally, I could literally see energy. And it was it was so frightening at first. But I started to really experience it on a very, very profound level. And so it just humbled me. I said, oh man, there's some powers that's here that you gotta respect. And that's what made me start to look into other understanding, because I grew up traditional.
Yeah.
Black American, right? We barbecue on the weekends, Monopoly, and we having fun. And you go to church and you just be a good boy, play some football, and we all right. And so that just wasn't doing it for me. I just said, man, you gotta be a little bit more than this. Just get married, so I'm divorced and everything like that. And I just couldn't find no satisfaction in nothing. And so went down made some bad turns a few times, and still I was like, man, you know what? I got to a point where I said, you know what? Life is just about pleasure and enjoying. So I was maximizing pleasure on every level you can imagine, and then it's still not satisfied. And I said, man, what's going on? And when you hit rock bottom, that's when, you know, if you're a fighter, if you're a leader, you gotta make some changes. You gotta self-evaluate if that's what your essence is. And so it caused me to really dig down in. And when I found all these other teachings, and I saw, when I say teachings, I mean like when I start understanding spirituality in a whole, as opposed to Christianity being if you would, by itself, isolated. When I start understanding the world as a whole, and we're all literally connected in one, it just opened my eyes to just reality. And last year, it brought it all together, and now I have just a deep respect for just everything, just life, from the ant. Like, I don't want to kill an ant. If I see an ant, or if I see a little spider, I want to set it free. I don't want to kill it, because why? It's life. Everything's life. And so I want to get in a space where I can create an ecosystem for people where we can all thrive. You know, whatever you want to be it. But you should have the opportunity and the choice to be with all of the resources that we have. We all should be afforded those same rights. And maybe I get into politics. I don't know. But all I know is that I want
stay away from it.
Everyone to have the resources available so that we all can be what we choose to be. Not because of circumstances, not because of your demographic or whatever the case may be, but just because I aspire to be this, there's no reason why I can't be this. And that's it. And it has to do with spirituality, because if you don't know who you are, truly, because we are definitely not this flesh body. This is just, I'm a meathead because I played football growing up. But who I am is something way more profound, and I had to appreciate that. So, but let the world tell it. They box you in like that. You see? So, yeah, I'm in a place where no, man. And so now what I'm doing is I'm taking one step at a time, not too much at one time. If it's too overwhelming, it's too high, I just shut that down. It's okay. Let me stick what's, you know, a little bit more comfortable, and then I just take baby steps.